Every picture of Hagar and Ishmael carries within it a concern about the future. Some are more relaxed than others, but there's always a worry that things are not going well for the pair. The story comes from Genesis. God had promised Abraham that he would have a son and become the father of a great nation. However, both Abraham and his wife Sarah were old. Sarah thought, reasonably enough, that she was too old to have a child. So she suggested that Abraham sleep with her servant Hagar, and we're not told whether Hagar was consulted. He did so, and a child was born, Ishmael. Several years later, Sarah also had a child, Isaac. It didn't make for a happy family. Sarah was envious of Hagar because Ishmael was the firstborn, so she asked Abraham to send her away. Again, Abraham complied, giving the pair a loaf of bread and a jug of water and sending them into the desert, presumably to die. Predictably, the water ran out, and Ishmael weakened first. But when he was almost at the point of death, an angel appeared to Hagar and directed her to a stream, which saved their lives. It's this moment that Sacchi has depicted. Ishmael, shown as a baby, although in Genesis he's about 14 years old by this time, Ishmael has collapsed and Hagar kneels over him with her hands clasped. Bending toward her is a purple-robed angel who points towards the brook on the other side of the painting. This looks at first as if it is a painting of a miraculous rescue, and in some sense it is, as the lives of Hagar and Ishmael are saved, and he does go on to become the father of a great nation, as God had promised. But there are intimations of something else too. The sordid story of Abraham, Sarah and Hagar starts with a promise from God. Abraham and Sarah are asked to believe in a future that seems impossible, and it seems that neither of them do so completely. They lack faith, but then who wouldn't? Hagar is also asked to believe in a great future, and it would have been harder for her to believe than for Sarah and Abraham. She has no money, no family, no home, no water. The appearance of the angel ought to put this right, but this is not the first time this has happened to Hagar. When she first gave birth, Sarah treated her so cruelly that she ran away. An angel appeared to her then and persuaded her to return and put up with Sarah's mistreatment and assured her that everything would be all right. However, everything was not all right. Hagar did as she was told and yet was thrown out. So it would be harder for her to believe the angel this second time. Can she trust it? You can't call an angel a liar, but in her heart there must be some doubt about what it says. Is it the same angel who appeared to her before? Does she recognise it? The painting shows the angel as it might have appeared to Hagar, but we don't know how Hagar would have looked to the angel. Angels are not gods, but they are eternal, unchanging, spiritual beings. They don't exist in time as we do. We see the world as it unfolds in front of us, moment by moment. But for an angel, being eternal, time is laid out flat like a sheet of paper, and there are no surprises. Angels may understand growth and decay as intellectual concepts, but they are outside angelic experience. The angel is commanded to appear before this woman and her baby, and the command is instantly obeyed. But woman and baby are strange ideas for an angel. They don't describe things in themselves, but stages. They are partial beings, temporary, fleeting aspects, the sun glinting on water, where an angel is whole and complete. Despite its human form, the angel and the woman are so fundamentally unlike one another that you could not guarantee that one would even be able to see the other. And there are plenty of stories of angels passing among us unnoticed. Sacchi had second thoughts about the angel and adjusted its pose. An earlier version of the angel's face is visible just to the left of its present position, and the revisions to the outstretched arm and right side of the body are also apparent. The arm has been lowered a little, and its former outline has now become the crest of the hills in the background. So although the angel is there beside Hagar and Ishmael, it is not there quite as stably as they, as if maintaining a fixed position in time and space were difficult or distasteful for an angel. The angel's face is lowered, and it looks down toward Hagar and Ishmael, but the direction of its gaze is unclear. It seems to be looking at Ishmael's stomach. Perhaps it's wondering which is the woman and which the baby, or is unsure who is in charge. We don't know how the angel got there. Do you imagine it folding its wings and diving like a falcon through the miles of sky before opening them at the last minute and alighting on the ground beside Hagar? Or, perhaps as a sudden gust of wind shook the trees beside her, Hagar looked up and there was the angel. As spiritual beings, travel for angels is about translation from one medium to another, from spirit to flesh and, at a later moment, from flesh to paint. Its materialisation here shows those qualities of its spiritual existence that are capable of being translated into physical form. The angel has moved from one plane of existence to another. What has been translated? Beauty, gracefulness, courtesy, certainly, but also an urgency, even a certain imperiousness. It's there to assist, to save the child's life, but it expects instant obedience. Has anyone ever said no to this angel? What would happen if you did? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and visit my channel Think of a Picture, where you'll find lots more short, thought-provoking videos on art. Thank you.